Hey everyone, happy Monday, happy change of season, and hope you're all enjoying cuddling up a little and getting a little more snuggle in with this cozy weather. As I mentioned yesterday, I wanted to start a little series with my little black book of epiphanies over the past couple weeks of important realizations that I've come across in how to handle challenges that are thrown at us that we may not have been expecting. I wanted to start off with this session mainly focusing on the initial reaction we have when we are faced with a limited time duration of a challenge. So a challenge that comes across our way that we know we will get through within a course of time, and that just requires a lot of work on our end and sort of shifting our priorities, shifting our expectations, and just really just catching us off guard, okay? And that could happen in a work environment, that could happen at home. In so many realms, we're faced with adversity that we realize is gonna cause us to have to kind of buckle down and just change course for a limited time, okay? I want to have us focus on how we approach that initially, meaning the first reaction, the first conversation we have with ourselves and how we're going to approach the situation. So when this situation in our home happened a couple weeks ago, I realized very quickly my knee-jerk reaction to crisis of this sort was very practical. And I want to put it out there because to me it came automatically, but it may not for so many others. And I hope this gives you a path and a goal of some sort to work towards the next time you're faced with a challenge. And that is to really stop and say, okay, this thing is here. This thing that I didn't want, this thing that I was hoping not to have to deal with, this thing that totally goes off course from everything that I had on track, organized, planned for, right? The quicker you can jump to this conversation with yourself where you say, this thing is here, I can't prevent it from coming, it's here. How I come out of this, how I come through this, what I will look like on the other end will completely define me. Because no matter what, it's here. No matter what, it's not going anywhere until it takes its course. So the only thing I have control over, the only thing I can actually do at this point is to make the decision of how I will come out of this on the other end. I will either come out with my head held high that I killed it, and I killed it, or I will come out of this feeling defeated, like this thing killed me and was the end of me. Have that conversation with yourself, and immediately you can be the coach to other people, to your family, to your children. When this situation happened a couple weeks ago, the immediate conversation I said before anybody can process anything was I turned to everyone in my family and I said those exact words. Guys, this is here. And we can't change that. It's here. But how we are going to come out of this on the other end is everything. It's everything. How we walk out of this will define each and every one of us. So let's make a choice now before we even contemplate how and what are the next steps. Let's make a choice as a team, collectively. Are we going to be champs? Are we going to end this at the other end with our heads held high? Wow, we really handled it with grace. Or are we going to end this and say, gosh, that really got the best of us? That is the pep talk you need to have. And it will make every bit of difference in the rest of the decisions you're going to have to make until you reach that light at the end of the tunnel. That initial talk you have with yourself, you have with your family, will set the tone for the rest of the experience. And I'll tell you something. Last night I was talking to my daughter and she said, Mom, you know, now that we're past this hardship, this bump, this experience that we had to go through, you know what my favorite part was? And I said, what? And she said, that chat you had with me, and that conversation you had about how we should approach this. It changed everything for me, Mom. She made a deal. She made a deal with herself. She made a deal with me that she was going to come out like a champ, and that we were going to come out like a champ of a family. And that's what happened. So a lot to process, but sit with this. Make the decision that the control is within you. How do you want to come out on the other end? Because there will be an end. You will hit the end. You will hit the light. And all that will be left is how you handled yourself.